The first leg was exciting. Powered by Glenelg Spring Water, the second leg of the GFA Club Championship continues this weekend on Saturday, August 22nd, featuring the heavy hitters, Hard Rock versus Hurricanes. And on Sunday, the 23rd, we head back to the stadium for the Young Gunners, Saab SC versus Fontenoy United in the second leg of the semi-final, August 23rd. Streaming live via GBN Network and live on the GFA's Facebook page. Game time 4 p.m. Call up a friend. Host the watch party. Who will be the champions of the Club Championship? Tune in. You can't afford to miss this. Grenada's biggest clubs will be bringing the heat. Powered by Glenelg Spring Water, Grenada Cooperative Bank, Brighton and Miners Limited, Republic Bank, Flow Grenada, and Carib.
Coughs and sneezes spread diseases, so cover coughs and sneezes, please. Not with a rag or bandana. They trap germs. When you use the rag again, you put germs on your hands and everything else you touch. When you cough or sneeze, cover your mouth and nose with tissue. Throw the tissue in a bin and wash your hands afterwards. If you don't have a tissue, cough into your sleeve or elbow. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers are also effective in cleaning hands.
Why make me excited? I think you should try it, 'cause I know you will like it,
Give me rude boy, if you give it to me, baby. Give it to me now, love the way how it tastes it. This I cannot drink, no other one could replace it. Tell the bartender, me bottle them empty. Give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
rude boy, baby.
Give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
rude boy, baby.
Just drink it. 2 more rounds, can't wait for me, refill now. Give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
rude boy, baby.
Drink responsibly.
Rude boy, make me.
A new image, a revolutionary mission. The Grenada Football Association will be transformed to take this country's football to another level. Following our recent FIFA strategic planning meeting, the GFA has charted a course aimed at returning Grenada to a place of prominence in world football. And just how are we going to do that? We need the help of all our stakeholders.
My name's Jeff Wilson, and I have been involved with the Grenada Football Association on the establishment and creation of their new strategic plan. Just like to wish you all the best and for the years ahead as you roll out the plan.
Here's our new vision. A country where youth and club development are flourishing, which is feeding into our elite structures, supported by a professional organization in order to qualify for a World Cup final by 2026. And our new mission, to organize, develop and promote football in Grenada, Carriacou and Haiti Martinique through strong leadership and membership. Our exciting new vision is built on 5 pillars: football development, club development, national teams, governance and finances, facilities. First, football development, placing a strong focus on the development of football across Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Club development, develop and strengthen our member clubs. National teams, achieve success with our national teams. Governance and finance, improve the governance, administration, and finance within the GFA. Facilities, develop the football facilities across Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. The future of football in Grenada is exciting. Football is life, and as our mission states, to organize, develop, and promote football in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique through strong leadership and membership. Teamwork can make the dream work.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
FIFA has come a long way since 2016, when the reformed statutes were approved and Gianni Infantino was elected president. Over the last 4 years, FIFA has become a solid institution working for the benefit of football. This stability allows us to plan for the future. It is the foundation of President Infantino's vision for the period until 2023, to make football truly global. Football is powerful and popular around the whole planet. It doesn't make sense that it should be played at its highest level only in a few places. Our key mission is to truly globalise, popularise and democratise football for the benefit of the entire world. The President's vision is to make football truly global by focusing on 11 goals, each supported by a variety of specific initiatives. For example, as part of a more modern regulatory framework, the international match calendar should be reviewed. FIFA's competitions can be truly globalised with the adoption of more inclusive formats and the creation of more opportunities for member associations to host a tournament. The growth of women's football should be accelerated by the evolution of its dedicated commercial programme. FIFA should continue to harness technology, including new technologies in football. And to continue to impact society, FIFA should keep partnering with international organisations to use football as a tool for education. The Vision 2020-2023 is a plan to modernise the football world and make it more inclusive. To pave the way to a landscape in which one day we will have at least 50 national teams and 50 clubs from all continents at a top competitive level. A vision to make football truly global.
The first leg was exciting. Powered by Glennon Spring Water, the second leg of the GFA Club Championship continues this weekend on Saturday, August 22nd, featuring the heavy hitters, Hard Rock versus Hurricanes. And on Sunday, the 23rd, we head back to the stadium for the Young Gunners, Saab SC versus Fontenoy United in the second leg of the semi-final, August 23rd. Streaming live via GBN Network and live on the GFA's Facebook page. Game time 4 p.m. Call up a friend. Host a watch party. Who will be the champions of the Club Championship? Tune in. You can't afford to miss this. Grenada's biggest clubs will be bringing the heat. Powered by Glennon Spring Water, Grenada Cooperative Bank, Brighton and Miners Limited, Republic Bank, Flow Grenada, and Carib.
Feel good facts. Remember, if you have flu symptoms, do the right thing and stay at home to avoid giving it to others. Remember, you can be infectious up to a
The first leg was exciting. Powered by Glennock Spring Water, the second leg of the GFA Club Championship continues this weekend on Saturday, August 22nd, featuring the heavy hitters, Hard Rock versus Hurricanes. And on Sunday, the 23rd, we head back to the stadium for the Young Gunners, Saab SC versus Fontenoy United in the second leg of the semi-final, August 23rd. Streaming live via GBN Network and live on the GFA's Facebook page. Game time 4 p.m. Call up a friend. Host the watch party. Who will be the champions of the Club Championship? Tune in. You can't afford to miss this. Grenada's biggest clubs will be bringing the heat. Powered by Glenelg Spring Water, Grenada Cooperative Bank, Brighton and Miners Limited, Republic Bank, Flow, Grenada, and Carib.
Coughs and sneezes spread diseases, so cover coughs and sneezes, please. Not with a rag or bandana. They trap germs. When you use the rag again, you put germs on your hands and everything else you touch. When you cough or sneeze, cover your mouth and nose with tissue. Throw the tissue in a bin and wash your hands afterwards. If you don't have a tissue, cough into your sleeve or elbow. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers are also effective in cleaning hands.
Pleasant afternoon to all Grenada, Carriacou and Pidi Martinique. Pleasant afternoon to you football fans out there. Not forgetting the football fans in the rest of the Eastern Caribbean and the wider CARICOM area. We are at the Kirani James Athletic National Football Stadium, and we're talking football today. We are not talking athletics, but we know it to be the Kirani James Stadium right here in the heart of the city, and we're talking football today. And we are following the Grenada Football Association Club Championships, and this is going to be the second leg of the semi-final. We already had a first leg, and we have 4 teams in contention: Hurricanes, Hard Rock, Fontenoy United, and Saab Spartans. And this has come from the inaugural club championships, and this is it was a knockout competition really, and home and away, so to speak. And we are into the semi-final stage. This is the last round of the semi-final. The teams already had their first round encounter: Hurricanes versus Hard Rock and Fontenoy United versus Saab Spartans. The players are about to get onto the field. The first game today, Saturday, we have Hurricanes and playing against Hard Rock, and this is the return game. The first game ended 3-1 in favor of Hurricanes. And this afternoon, in the commentary booth, just to introduce myself, I'm Selvin Noel, ever so present around the football. I love football. Put it this way, football is a game that we should all love, and this goes global. And my companion this afternoon is none other than Chester David. Chester David is a pretty long name. We know him to be Bandy. In the football circles of yesteryear, we know him to be Bandy. Pleasant afternoon, Chester.
Good afternoon to you, Selwyn, and it's a pleasure to be here this evening to witness that encounter with Hurricane and Hard Rock. Last week Saturday, saw them playing that first leg, and Hurricane able to come out victorious. We await this afternoon to see how Hard Rock would be able to adjust themselves to able to see if they can able to triumph over Hurricane this afternoon. Hurricane won that game 3-1, and by margin they feel that they're on top in terms of the second leg. Here they have an advantage, and I think that if Hard Rock can able to play good football this evening, they can able to because they must score at least 3 clear goals to win that. That takes a lot of work here this evening to really outplay top teams in Grenada. Hurricane, one of the top teams in Grenada over the past years, have won so many championships, and here this evening it will not be an easy task for Hard Rock.
Well, the two teams they have met occasionally in the football circles here in Grenada, in different championships, in the Premier League. They meet regularly, and I remember even in the Wagiti competition they meet also. So we can expect to see some football. As you said, we have to wait and see how Hard Rock will respond, because they got to score 3 clear goals to go through, and that means that they would have to prevent Hurricanes from scoring. Right? So let's see. Hurricanes is always a powerhouse. The two teams are getting out onto the outfield, and we've been looking at the outfield earlier, and it was very well cut. It's a field that encourages you to play football. There's just a little shadow you would notice. Hurricanes in all yellow strip, and Hard Rock in the blue and yellow numbers at the back, blue and yellow. Just to give you a rundown of the teams, we have Hard Rock, Joe Max Wildman in goal, Chad Mark, Che Mark, Swan Mark, Jamal Rocastle, and the players lining up there for the national anthem.
The teams will now take their team photos as we announce the starting lineup. Hurricanes in goal, Shade Mark, number 00.
And as we were saying earlier, the Hard Rock team, Joe Max Wildman in goal, Chad Mark, Che Mark, Swan Mark, Jamal Rocasa, Donnell Francis, Delroy Nelson, DeAndre Smith, Brady Charles, Leon Braveboy, and Rondell Richardson. The starters, the substitutes, Stephen Drakes, Kino Alexander, Renaud Noel, Theron Charles, Paul Hickson. That should be Fabian Dorset and Turvin Grant. Looking at the Hurricanes team, Sharai Mark in goal, Moran Phillip, Rohan George, Leon St. John, Limoy Augustine, Kristen Julian, Markel Gannis, Kimon Julian, Karim Coutain, Alec Wilson, and Ryan Alexander, the starters. And the substitutes, Dylan Charles, Chevon Batiste. That should be Rickaby, Augustine, Royal Alexander, Kasim Langain, and that it's pretty difficult to make it out here. And that should be Cassie Smith, is it? Yes, let's see. So we have the starters of the two teams, and the referees, that seems to be Rayon Radix is carrying the whistle.
Yes.
Limoy Alexander moving out, the goalkeeper, that's Sharai Mark, 0-0, and taking a feel of the ball. Rayon Radix, accomplished FIFA official.
Well, that's really good to see that, so many of the Grenadians been on the FIFA list these days, of officials, over the past years we didn't have that opportunity. I think it is now Grenada having so many referees on the FIFA team. I think is a good sign for football in Grenada.
Obviously, and that was because of courses being made available to the officials, particularly in these parts, and it all augurs well for the improvement of our game. And the teams lining up, apparently it's going to be Hurricanes taking the first touch, and that is number 7, Limoy Augustine. He likes the ball.
I tell you what, Selwyn, lovely afternoon for football, and I think both teams will enjoy this afternoon in terms of football. The field is well cut. The sun is out. Ideal condition for football.
Obviously, yes, and as I've been saying earlier, when the conditions are like this, it only lends to the enjoyment of the game. If you are not accustomed to fields of that nature, you will have problems. It is not the bouncy kind of ground that we know it to be. Limoy Augustine getting the first touch. The ball goes on the flank to Hurricanes. Touch inside again. That seems to be Moran. Turns around quite nicely. Plays it backward. Hurricanes in possession. And that is number 8, Karim Coutain. Handing the ball now to Gannis. Coutain again in a tussle. Still holding on to possession. Nice square pass. Good passing here by Hurricanes. Holding on to possession. This is St. John. Leon St. John looking for his man up the flank. Running. And that seems to be Alexander or Gannis. And good defensive work there by Hard Rock, is it? Putting the ball into touch for a corner. It's going to be the first corner pretty early in the game. And Moran is going across.
I tell you what, Selwyn, Hurricane is showing threatening from the word goal this afternoon. And Hard Rock defense in the first game was a little bit of a problem. So they got to be very careful with that.
This is Limoy Augustine. 3 men around him here looking to have that left booter. It goes pretty wayward, and it's going to be a goal kick. Joe Max Wildman taking it deep, long, searching, hoping to find Brave Boy. He isn't there. The ball goes into touch, so it's going to be a throw. And Wilson is taking the throw for Hurricanes, backward throw into Mark. Sharai Mark, the goalkeeper. Ball spinning in the process, looking to find his man on the flank, and it's intercepted there, but Hard Rock losing out possession. Nice 1-2 passing, and Hard Rock again winning away possession. Nice square ball on the left flank. Ball going into touch, so it's going to be a throw. A throw to Hard Rock. Francois takes it, throws it backward, back to Francois on the line this time. Playing it to his man number 5 is Swan Mark. Looking for his man, searching, and a bit of mix up there. But Hard Rock wins away possession on the right flank this time. Inside to mark a bad pass, and it goes now to Limoy, to number 10. That seems to be Ryan Alexander. Nice chip ball, looking to find his man in the center. It's cleared away. Hard Rock making the clearance, winning away possession this time on the right flank. Deep, long searching ball into the center, and finding what a bullet goes inside. What a bullet there by Leon Braveboy from way out, and apparently Mark was nowhere near.
I tell you what, Selvin, that's a seater. And you know, that's a good, just a dream start here for Hard Rock here this afternoon here. And good skills here by Brave Boy here, and a sniper.
Snapshot. Against the run of play.
That's a classic, you know, and that would really give them a good boost here. 1-0 here, the lead here at the Kirani James Stadium.
This is Ryan Alexander with the ball, looking to go through the 18-yard, and it's cleared away nicely by Francois, is it, this time? And you have to look out for Hard Rock when it comes to the counter-attack situation. As a matter of fact, Brave Boy is no striker to play with.
I tell you what, I tell you, you know, he's a player. You give him a chance, he's going to bury you. And that goal speaks for itself here this afternoon.
Nice chip ball, and the header comes in. And you wouldn't believe it.
This was one of the problems that Hard Rock had in the first game, Selwyn. They're not marking properly, and the defense looked very scrappy. That looked to me number 9 putting the ball in the back of the net.
Christian Julian.
Yes, it is. It looked to him, number 9 there for Hurricane, and that's a good equalizer here by him.
Looking at the replay again, nice chip ball by Moran, and Julian moving along the left of the defense, and he getting above the defenders and putting a header into the back of the net. As a matter of fact, Max Wildman was nowhere near to be found because it was more or less first post.
Definitely. Good football here by Hurricane. Good comeback.
1-1 the score. Hard Rock in possession. On the left flank, Brady Charles looking to find his man in the center, and it ricochets off Alexander. Throw quickly taken. This time Charles can't hold on to it. The ball goes into touch. It's going to be a throw to Hurricane. St. John takes it. Long one. Infringement there on Augustine.
Leroy Augustine. He's a player that very dangerous. As a matter of fact, he scored in the first game here last Saturday, and I think that they need to close mark him here this evening. One of the problems with Hard Rock, Selwyn, the defense is not compact, and they had to be very careful here with Hurricane strikers this afternoon making the runs.
Exactly so, and Hurricane made a raid earlier on and realized that there's some weakness in the defense, and especially when you have this man, number 92. He seems to be the man on the dead ball situation. Very skillful in this respect. Moran Philip. Nice chip ball again on the far flank, looking for the same pattern of play as it was in the corner.
It looked to me that it looked like a plan, set play.
Yes.
You know, from Hurricane, and Hard Rock had to be very careful with that here at the far post.
Joe Max Wildman, goalkeeper for Hard Rock. Che Mark, number 6, in the picture. Nice, deep, long, searching ball. And that's number 14, Leon Braveboy. He couldn't get onto it. Throw taken, Braveboy with it again. Plays it back to, that seems to be Smith this time. Deep, long kick here. And the ball falls with number 12 it is, and that seems to be Charles, Brady Charles, Leon Braveboy, and DeAndre Smith, the strikers here for Hard Rock. Charles, back to Francois. Francois, that chip kick, looking to find his man up front. That was Mark. Chad Mark into Shaddai Mark.
Shaddai Mark.
Lemoy Augustine, good skillful work. This is Moran with it. Nice left footer inside. Danger here for Hard Rock. And it's headed there by Lemoy Augustine this time, getting that goal 2-1. And he enjoys it.
I tell you what, Selwyn, he is a player that I tell you that needs to, Hurricane had to be, Hard Rock had to be very careful with here. And here it is, he scored again here this evening, and if you look at it, lovely ball in here by Moran, you know, and he and Augustine looks to have a good combination, and excellent execution here, good composure by Augustine, and 2-0, 2-1 here.
Well, what I'm seeing there is that there's a weakness in Hard Rock defense.
I see, you know, I spotted on since.
There is a weakness in Hard Rock defense, and in situations like this, the goalkeeper would have his work cut out for him. Once you have that cross ball coming in, especially within that territory, the goalkeeper has to come out and take the high ball.
That's so true. That's so true.
Because if you look at it, Lemoy is a 6-footer, you could say.
Tall,
yes.
Very tall player.
Christian is known to be making some height. So they have to look at that. This is Lemoy Augustine. Nice 1-2 ball into Christian. He gets the booter in, and the wild man comes off his line, and it's not a good take. And here goes Lemoy Augustine again. He's always a fighter, and this is goal number 2 for him. It's 3 goals to Hurricanes. So Hurricanes look like they are on point, and you can see the strategy of play. They're looking to get into that offensive third, and keeper too late to come off his line.
Well, I tell you what, Selwyn, you look at Augustine, you know, a very quick player, agile, very, you know, and the defense of the Hard Rock team has no answer to him here this evening. And the score speaks for itself. 3-1 here, and Hurricane is having a real good game of football thus far.
I'm not too sure what is going on with the Hard Rock defense. See, they are missing out, and the Hurricane strikers are overpowering them in the attack, and they have to be very careful with this. While they may have a younger set of players, Hard Rock it is, they need to keep their composure. Hurricanes are giving them all the time to play the ball, but they got to get their composure and rub the ball, go forward with the play.
Infringement there against Hard Rock. Looks to be one of the players on the ground there.
It looks as Alec, I'm not too sure.
Trying to pick up the number there.
He's favoring the left side of his face.
Let's hope it's not anything serious for Hurricane. But I tell you what, Hard Rock need to more organized at the back, Selwyn. When you look at how they're playing here this evening, the defense is not really coordinating well. And, you know, number 8 was on the ground there.
Karim Cotain.
And it shows that, you know, if they don't arrange properly at the back here, Hurricane could be able to score more goals here this evening.
Well, I'm not seeing any formation of defense with Hard Rock. You can see that they're just running around the ball. They don't know who to mark. They should put a lid on Lemoy. This is Alexander going across, looking for that square pass into Lemoy. Lemoy is there jockeying, but this time a long ball. Hard Rock getting the ball out of the danger zone. An infringement here in the process. The kick is going to be taken. Hard Rock's ball. Hurricanes winning away possession. Anybody's guess, infringement in the process?
Yes.
That was a rough one.
It's a tough one on Chad Mark. And when you look at the Hard Rock team as well, Selwyn, in terms of up front, you need to see a lot more aggression. If you look at the Hurricane strikers, they look more hungry for goals here this evening. And when you're playing football, you're against your opponent, the strikers have to be able to be very hungry for goals, and they should be more hungry than Hurricane, because Hurricane won the first game.
Well, what usually happens is that when you have that early goal scoring against you,
I know it's demoralize you.
Right. What you find now is that Hurricanes putting down the pressure, and Hard Rock is not able to soak up the pressure, because they got to soak up the pressure from in their defensive third, and then to see how they can get that ball. This is Ryan Alexander, number 10. For Hurricanes, Hard Rock winning away possession. Nice ball down the flank, and what a steal. DeAndre Smith wasn't able to get control, fouled his man in the process. This is Limoy, a bit of pushing here. Che Mark doing a lot of pushing. The referee allows it to go, and the ball going into touch. Che Mark for Hard Rock, he's an old timer in the process.
I tell you, full of experience. And I think he should be really, talking to the back, the defense of the back, really get Hard Rock, on top things here this afternoon. But
nice steal by Smith. Smith looking to get that cross in. Not a good one. He still has possession. He's tackled there. He's robbed of possession. That seems to be number 8, Kutin, winning away for Hurricane. The ball going harmlessly into goalkeeper Max Wildman. The score here 3-1 in favor of Hurricane. This is the first half. Wildman plays the ball square to his left back. Pressure being put on him here, plays it forward, finding Charles. Ball going in the center. A lot of close marking here by the Hurricanes team. Ryan Alexander looking to play that ball through the hole, and Mark puts it into touch for Hard Rock. So it's going to be a throw to Hurricanes.
I tell you what, Selwyn, looking at Hurricane, they look a much better team than the first leg that they played, and they somewhat understand the defense of the Hard Rock team. And here this evening, the score itself, they know that they had to put a lot of pressure on them, and they speak for itself. 2-1.
Leon St. John with a long throw. The goalkeeper now comes off his line, takes quite nicely, just in front of Julian. Long kick, deep down searching. It goes now with Leon Braveboy. Very skillful work indeed. And he distributes it on the left, finding that seems to be Charles. So you have Braveboy and Charles, a very good combination. Good cross by the right back, and Mark comes off his line and takes quite nicely. Distribute, hoping to find Alexander up front. Richardson got it, playing it back to Smith, backward pass. Hard Rock in possession this time. Nice cross ball coming. It's headed away out of the Hurricane defense. Hard Rock again winning away possession on the right flank. Nice through ball, and this is Smith. A good cross coming in here. Mark reading it quite nicely, making the falling dive and collecting. He didn't have an answer for the first goal in any case. That was a powerful bullet, and he was caught off his line.
So far, you look good and the upright, Selwyn, for a Hurricane.
Yes, he has a lot of experience to come to think of it also. Ball going into touch. That was number 12 for Brady Charles, putting the ball into touch. The throw quickly taken. This is Limar Augustine into Ryan Alexander. 2 men around him. He has a shot. It's wayward.
I think that the two players that they need to really close down here this evening, Selwyn, Augustine and Alexander, they must close them down. They are the two playmakers for Hurricane here this evening, and they're creating a lot of problem on the back for our Hard Rock team here this evening.
Well, when I knew Limoy, when I first get to see Limoy play was at Progress Park, and at that time he was playing on the left flank for Hurricane. And with the skill that he has, the left flank was no place for Limoy. And last year, what I noticed that he was put into the center,
front.
and that is where all the problems began. Looking at that combination, it's a very good combination. Limoy Augustine and Jamal Ray Charles.
Yes.
Remember Jamal Ray Charles?
Yes, I remember him very well.
You have both men in that striking position. For Grenada, I'm speaking about, it would do wonders. I can tell you that Limoy is very aggressive. He wins the ball in strategic areas. So when you least think that...
and create problems.
Yes, and create problems. So this is the Andrew Smith on the outside there for Hard Rock, looking to make a backward pass, and the Hurricane touching the ball. Very good skillful work here, and infringement in the process.
It's a lovely turn there.
Infringement on number 17, Kimon Julian for Hurricanes. This is Chadmark, number 20 for Hard Rock. We are powered by Glenegg Spring Water, the official water for the GFA Club Championship. Taste the purity within. Glenegg Natural Spring Water, the official water for the GFA Club Championship. The Grenada Cooperative Bank, Grenada's homegrown bank, there for people all the time. Bryden and Miners, distributors for Rude Boy, the new vitalizing beverage making waves across the Caribbean. Republic Bank, need a loan? They will make it happen with a Make It Happen loan. Flow Grenada, the live stream brought to you by Flow Grenada.
I tell you what, Sullivan, is really good to see that sponsors on board help being a part of this championship football with the FA and Glenelg. Test the purity, and natural spring water. And it speaks well for the players as well.
Hurricane in possession here, and Chimark bumps his player off the ball. Infringement, is it? The ball is still in play. Number 20, Chadmark, plays it backward for Hard Rock to Chadmark this time. Forward ball, infringement in the process.
He's a good player, Selwyn, number 20, Chadmark, and expect him to do well here this evening for Hard Rock, and he needs to come into his own, into himself here this evening.
Well, I think he's playing too much in the defense. A good shot here, and the goalkeeper is right there, read it quite well, and you would see the experience of Shaddai Mark coming into play there, getting down low, prone fashion, and collecting that ball. Hurricane in possession. That's Leon St. John making a backward pass, finding Alec Wilson to Shaddai Mark this time. Pressure being put on him here, and it could be problems for Hurricane, and this one goes a begging. Apparently Markel Ganes coming across here. What a blunder by the goalkeeper.
Good opportunity for Hard Rock to full back one day, Selwyn.
And didn't make use of that opportunity. This is Alexander getting the backward pass. Hurricane now in possession, and one man around, that's Julian, plays it square, finding Ganes, backward pass to Coutin. Looking to play his man forward, that's Moran Phillip, and couldn't get to George. That is Rowan George in the defense for Hurricane. Nice chip ball. Another chip ball, but this time it goes wayward, hoping to find number 14, Brave Boy. He isn't there.
I tell you what, Selwyn, looking at the Hard Rock strikers, we see them looking to make more advance in terms of the runs, and they need to do a lot of that here this evening if they really want to come back into the game here this evening. And this is what they need to do as well in terms of the runs from up front, and you're not seeing much of that, and they need to work well on that.
Hurricane making some blunders this time, and Alec Wilson being able to put in that tackle, the ball going over the goal line, so it's going to be a corner to Hard Rock. Hard Rock now applying some pressure, and what you would have there, you have the three strikers up front making that forward move this time, because they were playing a bit too back in the halfway mark, and Hurricanes was able to capitalize on winning the ball in that territory.
Charles.
Hurricane winning away possession. Getting that ball into touch this time on the right flank. Is throw quickly taken. Not good skillful work there. That's number 8 for Hard Rock losing out. That's Rocastle. The ball going into touch nonetheless for a throw to Hard Rock. Delroy Nelson is going to take it. Hurricane marking off. Another throw to Hard Rock. Nelson, number 16. Hard Rock takes it inside and it's cleared away. Nice ball from Limoy, finding Julian running down that right flank, looking to get his man. A square comes in and Chema could only get that ball over the goal line. I don't think that was the intention, but it did happen. He was under some pressure nonetheless.
Whenever you see Hurricane on the right flank, Selwyn, they tends to always create a lot of problem for the defense for the Hard Rock team, and they need to really close down Augustine and as well as Linray, because they're creating a lot of problem here this evening.
The man, the master of the dead ball situation, that one goes just outside the 6-yard box. It goes back out to Ryan Alexander. Hurricane in possession this time, and Moran Phillip gets it high lob in. The goalkeeper stays his line, and Christian Julian was there. He had a header, an infringement to do in the process.
Tell you what, that cross ball creating a lot of problem for the back for Hard Rock here, and they need to be very careful with that here, to get a lot of goals here this evening.
Well, I said it already. The cross ball is coming in a dangerous territory, just over the 6-yard box. Normally, the 6-yard box is goalkeeper territory, but he has to marshal that 18-yard nonetheless, because it isn't too far from his territory. So he has to go up there and cut off that attack. He would have his work cut out for him this time. Nice steal here. Alexander playing it now to, that seems to be Philip, can't hold on to possession. Nice ball on the run, on the counter-attack here by Smith, number 17 for Hard Rock, and there he hits the side netting.
Well, I think you need to do a lot of that, in the first game that I saw them play last Saturday, Selwyn, one of the things that you're not finding in the strikers, the Hard Rock team, taking the ball, you need a playmaker for Hard Rock here, like you see how you can have Augustine, number 7. You need a Smith or one of the players need to take the ball to the defense, of the Hurricane defense here this evening and create some problem.
What I like about Smith, this is Leon Bravoy, and it just hits the bar. This is good because you see the strikers from Hard Rock just not getting into the defensive territory. They're looking to hit from outside. And Shada is pretty short in stature.
Good shot there.
Yes, and they would catch him sometime or the other. Smith has very good control. That's DeAndre Smith, yes. Number 17 on the right flank.
He looked touchy.
Very good control. The ball is always in his feet, under his key, you would call that.
So to speak.
Yes. Kick taken up front. This is Limoy Augustine. Skillful player he is. Uses both feet. Cleared away there by Mark. Intercepted by... that seems to be number 17 for Hurricanes, Kimo and Julian.
Look at him that the ball hit the referee. So he just playing fair play.
Julian, backward. Looking for that 1-2 up front again with Julian. He isn't there. Houtain makes a backward pass, finding Wilson. Nice steal here by, that seems to be number 12, Charles.
Brady Charles,
Leon Braveboy, and DeAndre Smith. What a good combination. Nice through ball here. Hard Rock in possession this time. Pressure being put on them here, and loses out possession. That looked to be a clearance, and this is Hurricanes coming around. An infringement goes. The referee's whistle goes.
If you look at it, Selwyn, Hard Rock look to come in their own now, but they need to do a lot more work in terms of, you see a few shots coming in, and I think that the runs and the little touches on top of the 18 backs will create some problem for the defense for Hurricane. They need to do a lot of that here this evening to create some problems here. 3-1 here. They have a lot of work to do.
I'm somehow getting mixed up with, is it Ganis and George? George is number 2 for Hurricane. And Ganis is number 16. I'm getting a bit mixed up with Ganis, George.
Mikel.
And it's Ganis.
Yes, it's Ganis.
George. I'm getting a bit mixed up with them. I'm accustomed with Ryan, number 10.
Okay.
He usually runs the flank, both left and right.
But more in the midfield.
Yeah, I'm noticing that he's on the right this time. Kick taken by Shaddai Mark for Hurricanes. Hurricanes 3-1. Che Mark winning away possession here. Plays it backward. Finding Swan. A good run there. This is DeAndre coming around this time. What would he do? He gets into the area, not being able to get around his man. And George gets it over the goal line for Hurricanes. It's going to be a corner kick on the far right side.
When you look at Hurricane in terms of the experience serving over the past years, they're showing that here this evening in terms of the experience, and they look the better team thus far in terms of the 3 goals and the pullback.
They got a lot of experience. Smith taking the corner low, and that's George getting it in control, hoping to find his man. He's not there, and a wayward kick there by the halfway man for Hard Rock. The ball goes over the crossbar, way over the crossbar. It's going to be a goal kick.
As I was saying, the Hard Rock team look to have be a very new team, Selwyn, in terms of the players that we know before, and it's going to be a challenge for them in terms of the experienced Hurricane team here. Shows that they understands the game a lot better than them. And Hard Rock have a lot of work to really do if they really want to come in that game here this evening.
Well, they cannot say that they didn't have exposure, because at the Premier League level and even at the national level, you're looking at Brady and these guys, they've been around the teams, their experience.
Big boy as well.
Right, Wildman also, he's a national player. All right, so they have it being made for them. What is going to happen here is that they got to get through. As a matter of fact, what you'll find happening is that Hurricanes are already 2 up from the first game, so the pressure isn't on them. But this afternoon, you've got to apply the pressure on the Hurricane defense. It's the only thing that Hard Rock can do.
And I think that the coach Douglas Reese, need to, even when they go to the dressing room, if the coach says as that, they need to really speak to the strikers on the midfield, how to be a lot more aggressive. Well, hungry for goals here this evening.
The word would be buck up, guys. Buck up.
I trust it be that, because when you look at the strikers for Hurricane, they're really aggressive here this evening.
One of the things in football, basic, is winning back the ball when you don't have the ball in the possession. That is very important.
Key.
Very important in football. You have to do whatever it is, because this is the situation that Hard Rock has found itself in. You must have that ball now if you are to at least compete. If you don't have that ball, you just can't compete, because you need to. This is the time that you really need to have that
possession.
Ball. Yes, there's nothing about complacency in this. Nice interception here by Kimon Julian. The good intention there coming from Jamal Rocasa for Hard Rock.
We need to see a lot more of that here, shooting.
Yeah, shooting from outside. This is what it takes. You would notice that the Hurricanes defense playing high.
Very high.
Yeah, all you have to do is to get that ball, carry them on the run, just exactly what Smith is doing here, and he gets support. This is exactly what is happening. And a left footer comes in. Simple football.
Simple. I think they need to do a lot of that here. And you know, so if you get the strikers to do a lot more diagonal running here, that would create some problems at the back of the Hurricane defense. You're not seeing that movement like how the strikers for the Hurricane team here this evening making a diagonal run. And this is a playmaker for Hurricane.
Mark intercepting. Nice skillful work. Make a backward pass. Ball with Smith this time. Going forward. Number 12, Brady Charles, plays that ball on the right flank. Not a good pass.
A little bit hard, Selwyn. When you look at Moran Philip Selwyn, he looked to me the engineer this evening for Hurricane.
He's always the engineer.
You know.
He's always Hurricane's engineer. Danger man, so to speak. He has that professional outlook. He's very skillful. He uses his feet well. What is happening here this afternoon? He's being used as the dead ball, the dead ball specialist.
Yes, you can see that.
And he's getting through because 2 goals coming from his direction.
Yes.
No one tends to hold him down. No one tends to mark him. He's a very good player. Sometimes what usually happen when you have players of that magnitude, that skill, you don't find players marking them that easily. The players give them enough respect.
Your thoughts on the coach of Hurricane? That's the Hurricane coach. I think is I tried to pick up his name. The coach for Hurricane. That's I didn't have it as well here. But he's to me he's a very good coach in terms of because over the past years he has able to get Hurricane to win many championship. And
well, the coaching team very tactical in their approach, very tactical in their football. To get past Hurricane, good to play them a man-to-man. It should be a man-to-man job. And as a matter of being able to rob them of the ball every time they make attack, how you break down the attack is what is important. You have to be able to break down a Hurricane's attack because everything they do, look, this is going to be a long throw.
Yes,
this is going to be very strategic inside.
The coach, Andrew Monroe, you know, he has been doing over the past year has been a great club for Hurricane. And for a moment, the attack, they could have put goal number 4.
Hard Rock walking out the ball. Throw taken. Pressure being put on him and they are robbed of possession. Simple football. Lemoy Augustine was there and he robbed Hard Rock of possession. Hurricanes in possession this time. And pressure here on Julian. Julian plays the ball one time, finding Alexander to Augustine this time, and Augustine has a shot, but pretty wayward. It was indeed a clear goal. I'm not too sure what was his intention, and as a matter of fact, he could have even made a square pass and find a man further on the left. That was wasted.
He intended to shoot, but I think, you know, he could just keep his cool. You know, the football these days is not really kicking hard, but it's placement in terms of scoring. And you have to be very, you know, your composure in terms of when you want to put the ball in the back of the net here, you know. So when, you know, most of in the game of football right now, you have a lot of time off, like basketball. Your thoughts on that, you know?
Well, I'm not too sure what is happening here because since after the resumption of global football, FIFA has directed that you can make 5 subs. I'm not too sure whether the same 5 subs rule applies here. I think it was adopted in several of the football playing nations, adopting just for after the resumption until probably the season is through. This is Limo again, one man around him, he gets in, he has a shot and it bounces off the crossbar. The goalkeeper did get a touch to it. That's a wild man. Very good work by Augustine, and this is what Augustine can do best.
Well, I tell you what, you know, good save here by Joe Max, you know, and that would have been goal number 4. And again, hung to that ball, hit the crossbar, Selwyn. Good shot here by that's Augustine.
Augustine, yes.
He as you know, one of the most dangerous players on the field here this evening, and creating a lot of problem here.
I put him as one of the most dangerous strikers in Grenada currently, and he has just the stature. You see, he had the ball totally under his control and a very good left footer. Very good attempt. You just can't give him that room. He's also skillful. He destroys his defense anytime he's going forward in that attack. As a soloist,
yes,
he destroys his defense.
And I like you put it, hot in the heart of the defense wing. And once you can do that here, Joe Max have some problems here with his footing. So seems to be on the ground here. And let's hope that all is well with him for the Hard Rock team here. They're down by 2 goals here, 2 goals to 1 here. And I tell you what, here they have a lot of work to do if they really want to come back into the game and even make it to the final on Saturday.
Well, this is a 4-goal lead here. You can put it that way.
That's a lot of,
yes,
that's a lot
it's
of
a
work
lot of work for half time. Hard Rock, they've been showing a bit of purpose, and particularly these 3 guys, DeAndre Smith, Brady Charles, and Leon Braveboy, the intention to kick to goal. It's pretty simple. They must have a strategy. Number 1, Shaddai Mark is short in stature.
It is.
For him to be a goalkeeper within the uprights, he need to be acrobatic, because trust me, as a striker, it's only one thing you intend to do: kick the ball away from him, up into the V's, make sure he can dive high and have him busy, because if he doesn't get, he will fall, and after falling 2 or 3 times, you will be exhausted. As a goalkeeper, if you're not fit, you will be exhausted.
You're not missing any football. We see that the doctor and also the physio coming onto the field. So that speaks well in terms of championship football here in Grenada at the national level. It's very good to see that GFA is able to be on top things here this evening.
Exactly so. This is going to be a corner, and look who is behind it. Number 92, Moran Philip.
Ever so present, and it seems to be one of the hairstyles. Is it a mohawk?
Yeah. It's going to be another chip kick. Right on the far flank, a little bit wayward though, going over the goal line.
It looked to me as set place when they always look for the back post. If you look at Hurricane, most of the crosses look to the back post.
The header comes running in from the outside into the far corner. You would always get beat with it, Now, this is what I was saying. He has to cut off, the keeper has to cut off that ball, because he noticed that the defense isn't doing him anything that he can work with. So he is the one that has to come off his line and cut that ball, because it's a high ball. It's just within his territory to get.
I think you're so correct.
Kick, a beautiful kick, and the head marker moving to his right.
Well, I tell you what, sir, we speak about DeAndre Smith, and here it is. That's a class. That ball hit the sanction, and a very, very executed shot here. And we were speaking of it shooting away from the 18-yard box here. Goal number 2 for Harak here. That's a class from Smith. Lovely turn.
He took his time.
Yeah, that's the composure.
Exactly what I was saying.
But what's his first touch? And what's his turn? Excellent. And that created a lot of problem for the goalkeeper here. Shademak had no answer to that one. Good football here by Hard Rock in terms of coming back here.
He took his time and placed the ball away from the goalkeeper in the V.
Lovely.
Shaddai Mark just can't get.
Yeah, lovely.
Because he is too short in stature, and he has to be a little birdie to move across there and take.
Good goal. Good goal.
So this is what the strikers in Hard Rock would have to do. Play that ball. When you get that ball in strategic areas, make sure you could put it away from the goalkeeper. Oh, what a tackle.
Tell you what, here, and that could create some problem here for Hard Rock win.
Is Donis Francois an infringement on that seems to be Alexander Francois, number 22, the man committing the foul on Alexander.
Yes, it is.
Had no need to do so.
I think you gotta keep his cool, and that will put Hard Rock really on the back burner here this evening.
3 goals to 2, is it?
Yes.
3 goals to 2 in favor of Hurricane, and this is a penalty. And apparently Augustine is going to take it. Lima Augustine. That should be what Augustine's. Is it going to be Augustine's 3rd goal? If he scores. And had the goalkeeper going the wrong way.
And definitely here, the experience with him and himself in this evening here. And that goal number 4 from Leroy Augustine. And
number
3.
3 for Augustine.
So that means
and one for Christian Julian. So it's 4-2.
Yes, it is
4-2 the score.
So he's going to hatch it here this evening. And that speaks well for football and for Hurricane as well, Selwyn. And he was very aggressive here from the word goal this evening. And you can see he's very agile, he looked feet, good turns, good control. Good football here by Hurricane thus far.
Good football by the two teams. I'm loving the strikers from Hard Rock. Nice beat there on the line. And not a good pass. That was Rocastle trying to get that ball into the center. He gets it this time into Brave Boy. Brave Boy looking to have a shot. He misses and he's fouled in the process.
I think he's a player, Selwyn, that will create a real problem here for the Hurricane defense here. If he gets into his own here, he is Smith and Brave Boy, they can create some real problem for the defense for Hurricane. Because he looked to me a good player, number 14.
Well, I looked at it already. You have DeAndre Smith, you have Brady Charles and Leon Brave Boy, a wonderful combination. They just got to get it right.
Just keep it cool and able to just execute what they come to do here this evening.
Because I'm looking at Hurricanes, I am not seeing the strength in their defense either.
No.
I noticed that Michael Garnis is back, number 16.
Something I noticed in the first leg game, that after the second half, they tend to lose so much of in terms of not a fit team. They're going to speak well here how they come back in the second half.
Let's see what is going to happen here. Mark and goal, number 20 behind it. That's Chad Mark. Gets a kick, it ricochets off the wall, and the clearance comes in. It gets back in possession with Hard Rock this time. It's cleared away there by Hurricane. Julian makes a backward pass, finding Julian. Kimon Julian. Finding Moron, looking to chip that ball into the center there. One man in the defense, Chima coming around, and the ball ricochets. It goes over the goal line. It's going to be a goal kick.
I tell you about Selwyn, you look at the defense, and we were speaking about for Hard Rock here, the very, no man's land.
They're not organized.
And they need to get that right here if they have to make Hurricane pay for it here this evening. If they don't get it right, that could cost them the game here this evening.
Joe Max Wildman plays the ball on the right flank to Chimark. Deep searching ball, hoping to find Brave Boy. Isn't there? It goes harmlessly into goalkeeper Sharai Mark, looking to do some footwork. The ball is in his possession. He isn't hurry.
He's in front, that's the game of football these days, you're on top things, you like to kill time, First half, 4 goals, you're in front, you're on top things.
3 minutes, a minimum of 3 minutes will be added to the first half.
What a miss.
Bad miss there. And I tell you what, Selwyn, looking at Joe Max Wyman a little bit dribbling in the back, they have to be very careful with that, as a goalkeeper. I've seen so many keepers make blunders and the ball end up in the back of the net. You have to be so careful.
Good searching ball. There's no one there for Hurricane. Alexander has moved across on to the left flank this time. Has control of the ball, looking for a back heel. And it ricochets off the right back for Hard Rock into touch. So it's going to be a throw to Hurricane. George takes it. Cleared away there from the defense for Hard Rock. Nice ball into Smith this time on the right flank. Has the ball in his control. Very good control of the ball. Loses possession. Tussle for possession. He wins away again. And he makes a chip. And it's into the back for Hurricane. Winning away possession. This is Philip. Going wrong his man quite nicely. Lemoy Augustine gets it. Number 7 for Hurricane. Looking to send his man a diagonal pass. That's Christian Julian running. it ricochets.
I tell you what, sir, we into injury time in the first half here. The official, say, just showing that, 3 minutes at a time in the first half here, and it's a good time to go to the sponsors.
Well, we are powered by Glenegg Spring Water, the official water for the GFA Club Championship. Taste the purity within. Other sponsors, Glenegg Natural Spring Water, the official water for GFA Club Championship, Grenada Cooperative Bank, Grenada's homegrown bank, there for people all the time. Brighton and Miners, distributors for Root Boy, the new vitalizing beverage making waves across the Caribbean. Republic Bank, need a loan? They will make it happen with a Make It Happen loan. Flow Grenada, the live stream brought to you by Flow Grenada. Looking at some of the upcoming GFA activities, the club development workshop. This is number 8. Rocasa makes a backward pass, finding that seems to be Chad Mark, being put under some pressure. The ball goes back. A lot of backward passing here now within the extra time. Delroy Nelson. And that's the end of the first half. The end of the first half, 4 goals to 2. 4 goals to 2 in favor of Hurricanes.
We'll tell you what's happening. Good football here. Good first half from Hurricane. They, from the word goal, they are able to attack the defense of Hard Rock here. The defense was very scrappy and able to capitalize on the opportunity. Despite the Hard Rock coming to the own and able to pull back, 2 lovely goals. 2 great goals. One from Smith and also I think it's Hard Rock, the player that's scoring that goal here. Look to me, is it Trey Mark? And it's a really good, good shot coming in from Che and also Smith. I think that if they really could, the coordination up front for Hard Rock, that could put some problems on the Hurricane defense. But so far, Hurricanes looking a better team here this evening.
Well, Hurricanes have experience on their side when you look at the team on paper. And exactly this is what they are doing. As a matter of fact, they have nothing to worry about coming from that 3-1 advantage in the first leg. And all you need to do is to keep your composure and see how you can extend that goal advantage, which they have done so far. Hard Rock not living up to the standard that we know Hard Rock can play. What they are doing though, most of all, they should play the men up front a little more, get them into the picture. And this is what is missing because they're very skillful guys. Looking at the 3 guys up front, they're very skillful. What they just need, they need some support in the halfway. Smith can't do it all because most of the times you will see him running down the flank. He gets rid of his man because it looks as though that the man on the left side, he can't handle that left back territory quite well. So he's always getting around him. So use Smith a little more and probably get inside just as he did earlier. Get inside, settle yourself and use a left booter. Just look, all you have to do is to look for the far corners. One of the things that you would find a goalkeeper has the disadvantage. If he's a short keeper, if he's a short goalkeeper, trouble for him. If you're looking at a goalkeeper and some goalkeepers wear this bright clothing,
colored.
Yes, I see goalkeepers now wearing bright yellow. That's a traffic light for disaster.
Because he's a target.
You just get a glimpse and you know where to put the ball, right? So Mark is not a threat in any case. Anywhere you get the ball within the 18-yard box, you just look up, look to see where the far corners are, and you place the ball there. Simple chip. It is already out of his reach because it's difficult for Mark to be positioned unless if he is acrobatic and he can spoil your shot by that way.
Well, looking at Leroy Augustine and Moran Phillip and Alexander, they're creating the real problems for the defense for Hard Rock here, especially Leroy Augustine. He's going to actually this evening. So looking at these players, they look really good here, and the composure in terms of how they play here this evening speaks well, for Hurricane. And if they can continue like that here, I don't know who they're going to be coming up, against. If Hard Rock don't come back and able to win that game here, they're looking very good here this evening.
Well, Limoy has long legs, and that's his advantage. That is where his ball park is. So you must have a defender to match Limoy. Otherwise, he will run you 1,000 times and still hold possession of that ball. He will frustrate you to the extent, right? So, what is happening here, it's difficult for Hard Rock to take control because you're not seeing anybody marking him close. You not see any drive from the defenders to give Limoy that pressure, right? Because he's very thoughtful, if you notice. Even when he's under pressure, he hands off the ball. He releases that pressure. So he's a very skillful player. If you say that you wouldn't pay him any mind, joke you're making.
Very good off the ball.
Wonderful.
Very good off the ball.
This is the position here at the Kirani James International Athletic and Football Stadium. It's 4-2 in the second leg of the GFA Club Championship, Hurricane versus Hard Rock. Just before we break off, it's the halftime to let you know that we are powered by Glenegg Spring Water, the official water for the GFA Club Championship. Taste the purity within. Glenegg Natural Spring Water. Grenada Cooperative Bank, Grenada's homegrown bank, there for the people all the time. Brighton Miners, distributors for Root Boy, the new vitalizing beverage making waves across the Caribbean. Republic Bank, need a loan, they will make it happen with a Make It Happen loan. Flow Grenada, the live stream brought to you by Flow Grenada. So that's the position here. It's halftime. In this second leg of the semi-final, the Club Championship, GFA Club Championship, Hurricanes versus Hard Rock. 4-2 in favor of Hurricanes. We will remember Hurricanes winning in that first game 3-1. So until we are ready for you with coverage in the second half of play, back to Master Control.
The first leg was exciting. Powered by Glenegg Spring Water, the second leg of the GFA Club Championship continues this weekend on Saturday, August 22nd, featuring the heavy hitters, Hard Rock versus Hurricanes. And on Sunday, the 23rd, we head back to the stadium for the Young Gunners, Saab SC versus Fontenoy United in the second leg of the semi-final, August 23rd. Streaming live via GBN Network and live on the GFA's Facebook page. Game time 4 p.m. Call up a friend. Host the watch party. Who will be the champions of the Club Championship? Tune in. You can't afford to miss this. Grenada's biggest clubs will be bringing the heat. Powered by Glenegg Spring Water, Grenada Cooperative Bank, Brighton and Miners Limited, Republic Bank, Flow Grenada, and Carib.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Why make me excited? I think you should try it, 'cause I know you will like it, like it.
Give me rude boy if you give it to me, baby. Give it to me now, love the way how it tastes it. This I cannot drink, no other one could replace it. Tell the bartender me bottle them empty. Give me rude boy if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
Rude boy, baby.
give me rude boy if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
Rude boy, baby.
just drink it. 2 more rounds, can't wait for me, refill now. Give me rude boy if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
Rude boy, baby.
drink responsibly.
Rude boy, make me.
Remember, if you have flu symptoms, do the right thing and stay at home to avoid giving it to others. Remember, you can be infectious up to a week after developing symptoms, so rest up and take it easy.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The first leg was exciting. Powered by Glennock Spring Water, the second leg of the GFA Club Championship continues this weekend on Saturday, August 22nd, featuring the heavy hitters, Hard Rock versus Hurricanes. And on Sunday, the 23rd, we head back to the stadium for the Young Gunners, Saab SC versus Fontenoy United in the second leg of the semi-final, August 23rd. Streaming live via GBN Network and live on the GFA's Facebook page. Game time 4 p.m. Call up a friend. Host a watch party. Who will be the champions of the Club Championship? Tune in. You can't afford to miss this. Grenada's biggest clubs will be bringing the heat. Powered by Glenelg Spring Water, Grenada Cooperative Bank, Brighton and Miners Limited, Republic Bank, Flow Grenada, and Carib.
Why make me excited? I think you should try it, 'cause I know you will like it, like it.
Give me rude boy, if you give it to me, baby. Give it to me now, love the way how it tastes it. This I cannot drink, no other one could replace it. Tell the bartender, me bottle them empty. Give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
Rude boy, baby.
give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy, if you give me rude boy,
Rude boy, baby.
just drink it. 2 more rounds, can't wait for me, refill now. Give me rude boy, if you give me.
Hurricanes. Number 4 out, Leon. Number 28 in, Casey Smith.
Welcome back here at the Kieran James National Stadium, and Hurricane leading here at the stadium here, 4 goals to 2, and they're on top thing so far. At the moment, they having a very good game here thus far. At the moment, East Charles for Hard Rock, looking to be Brave White, intercepted there by Hurricane. Still East Hard Rock, ball chipped to the far post here, far side there, and good defending here by Hurricane. And intercepted it to the goalkeeper, that's Shade. And he having a good game here this evening, wing so far, Shade as well. Not much work in terms of, but 2 good goals from him from Hard Rock. Ball into touch, and they're going to be a throw for Hard Rock. Chad Mark to good football here by Hard Rock, just inside the half, number 19 here. That looked to me, is it Richardson? Infringement against Hurricane. Going to be a free kick for Hard Rock, just inside the half. Kick taken quickly. Good looking to find. It looked to me, is it Castle up front? Intercepted there. Still is Hard Rock inside the half. That's Charles looking to find. Brave Boy, good pass here. Looking to spy speed on the far side there. Good ball here. We did take on the player here. Good ball into touch there. A little bit too hard this wing. Ball going to touch there, and it looked to me going to be a corner.
And that was Ganis putting the ball into touch
there. And so far, not a bad start here by Hard Rock. in terms of looking to see they could pull back one here. They're down by 2 goals here. 4 goals to 2 here at the Kirani Game National Stadium here. They so far behind here, but they have a lot of work to do. Good save here by Shade Mark here, coming off his line here and make a clean save. 7. That's what you were speaking about for Wildman. You know, at the moment is Hard Rock inside Hurricane half here, looking to make a diagonal pass here, a little bit hard here, and good skills here by Shade Mark, the goalkeeper, and still is Hurricane inside the half here, looking to come away with it. Is number 23. That's look to me. Wilson. Ball tapping the touch.
Well, that was a good chance for Hard Rock because Hurricane gave the striker the ball and he just couldn't.
It's given away. Yeah, and they could have done a lot better than that here. Ball going to touch. They're going to make a throw for Hard Rock. Look to me.
Francois taking
that throw here. At the moment is number 12 here. That's Charles. We're looking to find 16 here. That's Nelson. Good football here by. Ball cheap forward here, and just a little bit of hard here. Hurricane looking to come away with it. Ball in back position just inside the half here for Hard Rock here, and that's Mark. Ball play forward here. Good one to pass here by Smith. Good, lovely turn here by him here. We have to play to condemn. Good skills here, and cheap in the post infringement here. Good football here, serving by Smith here. And I think if they really take on the defense of the Hurricane defense here, they could create some problem here in the second half.
Well, what is happening to Smith, you notice in that he usually would have a number of players around him. He has recognized that and he was trying to get through and probably looking to get through the last man and then come up with a burst of speed, and he was just fouled in the process.
As you were speaking, Chad Mark and Smith and that's Brave Boy. If they can be able to coordinate well here in the second half here, they could create some problem. At the moment, we see Smith behind that ball here line up, and will he play the ball diagonal to the far post here. Very good left footer, you see. Ball cheaper, just
not a good kick.
No, he could do a lot better than that here, and equal to the task here. That's Shade Mark coming up and make an easy save. At the moment, Hurricane inside the half in position now. Ball played a little bit hard there, just a little touch there. Ball going to touch here. So when 4 goals to 2 here, Hurricane leading here. They look in the better team still thus far in the second half.
It's a hard comeback for Hard Rock. At least they would have to change their game plan if they got to take control.
At the moment, is Philip. Very skillful player. He really having a good game so far. Loose position, ball chip forward, looking to find Smith a little bit ahead here. The goalkeeper Shader coming off in line, good save. Ball tap into touch A7, and that would have put some problem here on him. Smith making that run on the right hand side here, down the flank here, and you notice that Hard Rock attacking a lot with Smith on the right flank.
Well, you got to play Smith a lot more, and I've been saying that in the first half with Smith, Charles, and Brave Boy. Brave Boy has been pretty absent in the game so far. I'm not too sure why, but that is a combination that you would have to fear.
At the moment, Charles on the far side, ball cheap back inside here. The head goes up here, danger averted here by Hurricane. A long ball of Phil. The head goes up here, still Hard Rock inside Hurricane half. Good skills here by Brave Boy. This is the player you're talking about here. You need to do a lot of work here in the midfield. Good football here. And ball play back inside here. That could be dangerous here. And another good attempt here. Someone by that looked to me. Swan Mark here. And ball going straight to the goalkeeper. Shade Mark. Long ball of Phil. Hurricane. The fine Augustine, lovely ball here, looking to find the ball touching the tapping the touch there on the far side there, and so far Selwyn, as we were speaking, and look at Hurricane, especially in the first leg of this encounter, and in the second half they're not showing that kind of energy for that side in the first half here. I hope that don't trigger here in this second encounter.
The result is clear here, with 2 goals ahead in this game and 2 in the first game. On aggregate, you have 4 goals clear. If you notice, Hurricane, they just get back pretty relaxed.
Definitely. At the moment is Hard Rock. They lose position here. Hurricane inside the half. Ball chip forward here. That could be dangerous here. Look at me. Oh, good save here by Rocks. Joe Max Wildman, Selwyn, good come out there. Come off his line here,
came off his line.
And that would have really put a very hard rock still. Hurricane inside the half, and shot taken just outside the upright here. And for a moment you can see the defense again looking very scrappy here for Hard Rock Selwyn, and they had to be very careful here. 4 goals to 2 here. The Kickoff James National Stadium, the GFA Club Championship football here, and so far Hurricane looking so far a better team. That looked to me is it Brave Boy in loose position, still win back position. Here is Hurricane and Chad Mark. Good playing here by him. Lovely pass here. Good one to pass here. Looking to find Smith. Intercepted there by the defender for Hurricane. They're able to win position here. Look to me is it Ron Alexander, and good football here by Hurricane. Looking to keep their composure, and ball ricochet from the striker for Hard Rock. Still is Hurricane in position. That looks to me Rohan. Ball into touch there. Going to be a throw for Hurricane. George taking a throw. He find still in position here. Look to me Augustine. They ever so present in the game here. Selwyn, is Augustine here, and full of energy. Lovely skills here by Brave Boy here. Loose position here, and a little bit too much on the ball here. Ball chip forward here. That could be dangerous here. And good defending. Ball tap into touch. Good defending on the part of the Hard Rock defense here, Selwyn. Because I tell you what, that's look at me Philip here. Mon Philip here creating a lot of problem up front here. At the moment, Mon ball chip inside. That could be dangerous. Just losing the upright there, Selwyn.
That's Julian. It took him by surprise. Probably he wasn't looking for a chip to get a header, but that one came in low. And Julian was pretty surprised.
Well, I tell you what, Selwyn, looking at the ball coming, this evening here, you look at Hurricane, most of the goals here that come from crosses here, and they're creating a lot of problem in the 18-yard box here when the ball cross for the defense for Hard Rock here. At the moment, Charles in position here, good one to pass here, back to Charles number 19, that's Richardson, back to Charles, to Chad Mark. And at the moment, Joe Max Wildman back to Joe Max. And he had to be very careful here. And able to win back position here. Still Hard Rock. Ball play to Brave Boy. Brave Boy in position. And ball play back to Mark. Long ball, long field. A little bit and you can see that, that's the kind of coordination that Hard Rock really need to, in time like this, Selwyn. And so far, they're not looking really good up front. In that second half here, they need to really put a lot more passes together.
Well, they're not really playing to any plan per se. They're under pressure. Things have to change. Plans have to change according to the nature of the game, and you're not seeing any plan here. This could have your teammates, especially the strikers up front, you could have them frustrated.
But in football, they always have a team that have a player that can able to stimulate some energy.
But that is a utility player. A utility player.
Somebody have to come forward doing that here this evening for Hard Rock. At the moment, they have position just on the left hand side of the field. Lovely skills here. That look to me number 8 here, and that's and the ball play back inside here. That could be dangerous for Hurricane. The head goes up. Danger averted here by Alexander. Still win back position. Brave Boy. Lovely pass to find Smith. Nice control. That way you're speaking ball. Go to far side.
Beautiful save.
Excellent save here by Shade Mark. A good come out there, Selwyn. That ball going to the far post here, and you can see creating a lot of problem here. But good save here by Shade. And so far this evening, that ball make me look really good here. At the moment, Hurricane in position, and number 16 here. That looks to me, Ganes. And the ball chip forward and go and tap the crossbar here. Ball into touch there. And going to be a goal kick here. See that shadow mark on the ground here, and that's not a good sign here, Selwyn, for Hurricane. And the goalkeeper
probably got knocked on the post.
On the post somewhat, and let's hope that I see calling the maybe the physio or some assistance from the touchline here. Selwyn, in the half time. Most time in football, you get teams who want to take like drinking water, cold water, or juice. You think it's a good habit? I know these days they're eating fruits.
Fruits pretty okay. What you have to consider also is that you do the intake of liquids, very important. As a matter of fact,
we see something, in terms of speaking out earlier on, we see the goalkeeper tripping in the process here. Something maybe happened to his legs, so when maybe it could be cramps or like that, But going back to what I was saying to you here in terms of the halftime whistle.
Your nutrition football is more than football. Your nutrition plays a great part into the game, probably being able to conserve the energy, being able to let off the energy at which time, because it's a 90-minute game and you have 11 players on each side.
Yes.
And you have to conserve energy. You can have one man running for 40 minutes straight and the others haven't accumulated that distance.
Okay.
So you have to pace yourself. I've been looking at that team from Germany, Bayern Munich.
Yes.
And boy, excellent football.
They have a lot of energy.
Football made simple. They have condition, their strategies, passing the ball. They don't hold that ball. They knock it draft board
so
style.
They utilize the energy effectively.
Yes.
And that speaks well for a team that could be able to always be on top football here. You're not missing any football here. Focus to tell Sullivan is a good time to go to our sponsors here.
Powered by Glenelg Spring Water, the official water for the GFA Club Championship. Taste the purity within. Glenelg natural spring water is enriched with calcium. Check out the Glenelg Water Shop in the Grandlands Shopping Plaza, open Monday to Saturday. Other sponsors, Grenada Cooperative Bank, Grenada's homegrown bank, there for people all the time. Brighton and Miners, distributors for Rude Boy, the new vitalizing beverage making waves across the Caribbean. Republic Bank, need a loan? They will make it happen with a Make It Happen loan. Flow Grenada, the live stream brought to you by Flow Grenada. And looking at upcoming GFA activities, the club development workshops with the aim of improving the efficiency of clubs, the Sandals the National Under 15, and that will be back in September. Stay tuned to the GFA media channels for more info on this, the Sandals National Under 15 tournament, the Pure Grenada Cup, which will also be back soon, the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, the qualifiers, the schedule for October and November, the official draw for the group placement, well, that went on Wednesday. Grenada is in Group A, together with, I think, is Dominica, Antigua, Barbuda, El Salvador, and the first game for Grenada is an away game against El Salvador on the 8th of October.
So the draw has taken place?
Yes, the draw has taken place. And apparently there is some problems with the goalkeeper, so we could possibly see a change. He may not be able to make the rest of the game. Apparently got knocked on the post, the right upright. Wasn't any danger of ball. He may have put himself in some jeopardy, and he's going to be carted off. It doesn't look good for goalkeepers in this situation.
That's so true. As you were speaking about the development of the FA, Selwyn, and you look at they have the workshop for the clubs. I think that's a good sign in the making, because the club, if they structure properly, you can be able to have better football here in Grenada. Your thoughts on that?
Well, yes. We are not really acculturized into club structure. Club structure is more than what we really think it is.
It's a lot more.
Yes,
it's a lot
more. As it relates to being CONCACAF or FIFA compliant, it's a mountainous task because they treat you like a professional. You have to make declarations. They have this racism declaration. As a club, you must make now. You ought to declare yourself against racism as a club. All right. You have to have, when you look at your structure must be compact. You must have management. Management is wide as it relates to CONCACAF, because these clubs now are called upon to license with CONCACAF to bring them up to that standard. And there's a lot of paperwork, really. There's a lot of paperwork from the management standpoint.
we see that Shade,
it looks as though he's going to continue.
He's going to continue serving, and that's a good news for the Hurricane team. And for a moment, you really thought he'd really be off the field here in terms of the injury. At the moment, Hurricane in position. If it said somewhat unhappy in terms of the touch-off, it's going to be second touch-off here. Forwards to serving so far. Hurricane really on top things here this evening, and they come out here executing exactly what the coach, that's Andrew Monroe. Your thoughts on Andrew Monroe? I think you know him as a coach.
Yeah, I just find that he needs to be a little bit more aggressive. He's very cool.
Quiet.
Very cool. He knows the game a lot. He knows what he wants to do, and he has the players to execute it. Can't fault him with players like Limo. He can't fault him with players like Moran on the field. Christian, Julian. Can't fault him. You have Ryan and Ganes. You know, these players have the experience to execute exactly the plan what the coach needs. What you would usually find. An infringement here going, and this is Hard Rock coming away, and the tackle comes in quite nicely, and still Hard Rock winning away possession, and this is a Brave Boy, it seems, and Mark is limping. Yes, he takes quite nicely, gets down in the prone position, which he dearly loves best. He's always safe with that ball.
He's very
in his
cautious of that, you know.
But he did make a limp going across.
You can see that, and let's hope that that he don't have to be able to be off the field. And so when we see one of the second player for Hurricane is on ground, he looked
like
to
Alexander.
Me, yeah, looked to me Rowan, and see that somewhat the fitness is really showing here this evening.
Well, I can't say fitness, it happens
cramps?
in the game. Cramps, or you get a knock. Look at it, where he's fevering on his thigh. Yeah. So that is terrible, if you're physically fit, it may not do you much harm, but it's in a delicate spot,
It is.
When you get a game that is very, very aggressive, and there's a lot of tackling here, and this game is pretty quiet when it comes to that. You would more get that situation when you hear you man-to-man marking. Once there's a situation where teams are marking man-to-man, you would always get these tackles flying. Hard Rock is trying their best to see how they can get forward, but I don't think that you're seeing the oomph in the players to get there.
The aggressiveness.
Yeah, and then they are overpowered by the Hurricane defense.
Yes.
They're getting the ball strategically. You play the ball out of the defense, keep your cool, and make sure you have accurate passes. And there's going to be a change. Hard Rock.
Number 15.
That's Torvin Grant.
Coming in.
He's coming in for Francois.
Francois is off.
Francois, number 22, is out, and Grant in, number 15.
Substitution for Hard Rock.
Selwyn, your thoughts on the technical team here this evening in terms of the broadcast here? Your thoughts on them?
Well, very professional, It has taken me by surprise. Looking at the screen there, and you're not missing any play. Right, it's close up, everything to our advantage.
Thumbs up to the technical.
Yes, I think it's Olivier and his crew. And it's the kind of equipment you use these days in football, because I am so accustomed to looking at the field to get my run, because I tell myself that is where the action is, but you have it here before.
So very professional.
Yes, it's clear. You can identify the players, you can identify the numbers. So this is Hurricane making a change, goalkeeper.
24 in, Dylan Charles, substitution. 67th.
Dylan Charles in, Mark is out. Charles is a very good goalkeeper. He has the height. Yes, I remember him very well playing in the Wagiti tournaments.
I think he make a brilliant save here this evening that really stands out in terms of that ball that crossed from Smith. You realize he come off his line and make a good save here. And he looked to me a good goalkeeper in in the making here for Hurricane. And so far the on top things here for goes to 2 here, and they're looking the better team here this evening, Selwyn.
You have a substitution being made. It looks as though Kasim Langain is going in.
Experienced player.
Yeah, Kasim Langain. Years of experience behind him. And that seems to be Karim Kutin coming out. Kutin is out and Langain is in.
Number 8 out.
Alexander is also signaling to get in. Rion Radix, the referee.
You touched on him here. Are you having a good game so far, Selwyn?
Well, he has gone through many training schemes. FIFA approved. I know that his last stint was in Mexico. He was used in 1 or 2 of the games there. In the
Good for him.
In the Gold Cup.
Good for him.
Smith seems to be having a hard time on that left flank there now. Julian again, long searching ball, and let's see. Hard Rock winning away. Down goes. This is Mark. Square ball. Brave Boy looking for Smith. He does find him and he's all alone. And nice pass, a square pass, and that's the header coming in by Brave Boy. Is it Brave Boy and a square pass?
Try to pin number 12. Scored a ball.
Let's see.
That looked to me Brady
12,
Charles.
22, 12, number 12. Number 12, that's Charles. Yes, he was following.
But as you were speaking, Selwyn, earlier on, you see the combination we're talking about here this evening.
Smith to Charles.
You know,
you understand? Smith, Charles, and the Brave
Boy.
Boy.
You were speaking about that.
It's a three-way combination. Once you have that combination going, and they're very skillful players. They're very aggressive, thoughtful.
Look at him. I think he's going to be, the player
here. This is
could...
Smith again. Pushed off the ball, and the referee says play on. If you notice that anytime he has the ball and he moves, you find 3 people moving at him.
Yeah, very good with the ball.
Right. To get through, he has to be very skillful.
He looked to me a Messi type, with the ball left foot there.
Probably he might be looking a lot at Barcelona.
So be but he's a very deadly left foot player.
I like how he dribbles the ball.
Control.
Yes, he controls that, but that ball is
excellent
always in
control.
his feet.
Yeah, excellent
and
control.
He uses both feet. Throw to be taken on the far side. This is Alexander playing the ball short. Tucked away. Tussle for possession in mid-air. Alexander again looking to go through 2 men. He's rubbed up possession. Casey Smith.
God.
Nice spinning, nice control, nice skill. Finding his man on the flank here. That's Swan Mark. Playing it now to Richardson it is. He's robbed off possession. Ganes. He caught Julian there by surprise. And the ball went into touch. Charles. Nice backward pass. Wow, and the tackle comes in. What a rough one. Chad Marker flying to get away. And this is Smith getting a left booter in. Wayward, nonetheless.
Not on target there. And you can see the look in the combination there as you were speaking here. That number 12, Selwyn for Hard Rock here. That's Brady Charles. He looks to me creating some problem for the defense for Hurricane.
Well, they got to get more into the game. And a card being shown to Langain. This is who Langain is. He's a rough customer.
That's the type of person.
Yes. Just don't bounce into Langain and feel that you are getting away. All right. So the youngster, he feel the weight of Langain. That's a Brave Boy. It might be his first baptism, and he's favoring that shoulder. Number 14, Brave Boy for Hard Rock. Hard Rock showing a little more purpose than before. It's 4 goals to 3, And this is what a goal really does. It motivates you. It gives you that encouragement to go forward. So all you have to do now is to have the condition to go forward. Brave Boy seems to be getting some attention, and Limoy is down as well.
This is Dr. Rancha Anju.
Okay.
From St. Patrick's. Doing very well. He worked at the General Hospital.
Okay.
Good to see him here, you know, being a part of this encounter here this evening.
Well, this also is
plays a good role.
One of the criteria with CONCACAF and FIFA. You must have a doctor on your team, especially when you have games like these. You know, it's a tough job.
I remember, you know, at the national level representing Grenada Selwyn, there was always a doctor that goes with the team.
Yeah, that is a requirement.
You know,
that's a requirement.
You know, so there's certain standards and protocol you have to follow.
That's a requirement.
You know.
Well, Limoy has done.
I think he's done his job here this evening.
Yes, his share of work. So if you see him down, fever in his muscle, you know.
But he's a very good player, a very
skillful player. You can see his legs, his height. He calls for that aggression. He has a long foot, right, and he can always stretch and pull. You know, so he's very skillful.
One of the things I like about him,
it's an art. He uses it like an art.
One of the things I like about himself, when he enjoys his game, and that make the game easy for him here.
Very much so. Change is going to be made. Apparently, Augustine is off, and that's number 14, Baptiste. Augustine is off. The hat-trick maker,
Baptiste.
3 goals to Augustine's credit.
Well, you know, a very good game by him here this evening. I think he stands out here for me here and Philip.
He would always, Augustine would always stand out. He's that kind of aggressor. He's a goal scorer. He's always there where the ball is. He reads the play well. And this is what you want with your men up front. They got to be very thoughtful.
You touched on Che Mark here, the back for Hard Rock here. I'm not seeing much of him here this evening. He's full experience.
Che Mark, apparently, he might have wasted his time because he has gone down into his years. This is him, Che Mark, taking that kick, just a deep searching, and it's headed back to the goalkeeper. And this is the substitute goalkeeper, Charles, Delon Charles for Hurricane.
Yes, it is.
Hard Rock winning away possession, backward pass, ball going to the front now, and that seems to be number 19, can't hold on, that's Richardson. The throw quickly taken. Deep searching is headed back, controlled by Hard Rock again, beating its man quite nicely. That's Chad Mark. Square pass all along the carpet, finding Che Mark up the left flank. Rukasa, nice chip ball taken on the chest. Ball goes wayward into the 18-yard box. The goalkeeper comes off his line. That's Delon Charles. Now he's a tall goalkeeper.
It is.
To get past him, you need to kick.
A lot of work.
You need to kick.
Takes a lot of work.
Hard Rock in their defensive third. Che Mark chipping that ball, hoping to find his man on the flank. That's Smith. Gets the ball into Chad Mark, number 20, the captain. Changing the play on the left side. The ball intercepted there by the Hurricanes defense. 1, 2, 3, 4 men in the defense for Hurricanes. Just winning away possession. Infringement on Moran Phillip, infringement by Che Mark. Hurricanes in possession. Nice chip ball, finding his man in the center and offside.
We see much of that here this evening, Selwyn.
Well, this is about the second time I see a player being blown in that illegal territory.
And even in terms of card, and the football play really good football here this evening.
It's clean, and no need to have those infringements, because you would notice that Hard Rock is not matching, but in passing the ball there is no close marking situation or no need for no illegal tackles. There isn't any pressure on both sides. It's clean football.
I think it makes the referee job much easier.
Yes, indeed. Chad Mark on the flank to Nelson. Here Hurricanes win away possession. That's Moran Phillip looking to find his man up front. The ball is taken away, and a tussle here now for possession. This is Brave Boy. Brave Boy wins away, but the referee's whistle goes. Infringement on number 14, infringement Brave Boy. That seems to be number 9, and that is it Julian, I think it is, number 9, committing that infringement. Hurricanes winning away possession here, one man on the dribble, and still in possession. Infringement goes. The whistle goes.
Good shielding of the ball here by Brave Boy Selwyn. Good body weight, in terms of, and that is good for football here. When you can see players getting able to shield the ball and getting body between the ball, very good.
This is Smith on the flank. The ball goes over the touchline. It's going to be a throw. This is Rohan George to take it, sporting that Rasta hairstyle. Rohan George for Hurricanes. Not being able to find his man. Tussle here for possession. Infringement by Kasim on Chad Mark. One time ball. Mark again. Two players around him looking for the steal. George can get it, but it goes into the defensive territory of Hurricanes. Tucked away here and back with Hard Rock. And that goes up front, and an infringement, but the referee says play on. Bad pass. Brave Boy robbed up possession. Ball into Smith, headed away in the defensive third by Che Mark. Nice chip ball coming in. It's headed away again by Che Mark. Hard Rock now back in the defense.
Lovely one to touch there by Hurricane Selwyn. A nice turn of the ball here by Alexander. Ron Alexander. He looked to me.
Ryan is pretty cool today, and he's not really into the game per se. He's very cool. The Alexander that I know, he runs like a utility player. All where the ball is and the plays,
so you're not seeing much of him here this evening?
No, you're not seeing much of Ryan. A substitution here, that seems to be Veron Charles coming on.
Substitution for Hard Rock in the 81st minute.
Is it
out, number 8, Jamal
Rocastle out.
In, number 9, Veron Charles.
Rocastle is out and Veron Charles in. A player is down for Hard Rock in that inside the 18-yard box. It's going to be a throw to Hurricanes anyway. See Alec Wilson behind the ball to take it.
4 goes to 3, Selwyn here. And so far, good comeback here by Hard Rock in the second half here. You're not seeing much pressure in the defense compared to the first half. And I think that they're looking more better up front in terms of on the midfield, in terms of the pass. If you look at the runs, they're a little bit different than the first half here, and that in itself creating a different second half to them.
Well, They got to utilize the 3 players up front. They're pretty young, they're pretty energetic, and they have good skill, and you got to utilize them. It's pretty different within the uprights, the Hurricane uprights now, because it's not Shaddai anymore. With Shaddai, you would make one look and you see in the spaces. Now you got a tall figure of Devon Charles. It's pretty difficult to even glimpse a space because he covers quite nicely. So he's pretty agile. He moves forward nicely. He's tall. He takes at in mid-air. So it's a different perspective goalwards. Now you have to take shots. This is the whole sequence of football. Football is basically passing the ball to reach to the goal, and when you reach the 18-yard box, you strike. You don't get through, you get back, you mark man to man, you win the ball this time. So when you don't get through and you come back, you have to win the ball. When you win the ball, you pass the ball from man to man, you pass strategically. So when you reach on the 18-yard box, there are no turning on the 18-yard box, you strike. You have to give the goalkeeper work to do.
Okay. Hurricane with an opportunity again, just outside the 18-yard box here. See, we on Augustine line up in one as well. 7-3 players, they line up in that ball.
Moran is there as well, and so don't put anything past him.
I tell you what, here, Joe Max have to be very careful here. Ball chip just into the wall, shot coming. Oh!
And, that's a beautiful shot.
That's a cracker Selwyn here eating the crossbar. And for a moment, Wildman had no answer to that one. And ball play back to Hurricane just into the back here. And that's
good kicking.
Good kicking. Good shot coming in there.
It was within striking range.
Good shot coming in there.
The ball rebounded, and he took that shot. It was more like a drop shot.
You can see Philip ever so present into the game here this evening, and he's one of the players that that's turned on. It's like a lifeline.
Well, Hurricane usually depend on him a lot. He's a playmaker. He kick both feet. He uses both feet and outside, inside. Very skillful player.
At the moment, he's Chad Mark here in position. Smith will make it. Dice look to me, make it around here. Look to me, he's
it's Langine, is it? It's a body-to-body tosser.
It's a real tosser here at the moment. Good skills here. Chief in the process here, and for a moment it's a ball to touch. Infringement there against Hurricane defender there. Again, that's on Chad Mark here. It's going to be a free kick for that's Hard Rock, and a dangerous area here. So we're here just around the D there. And it's a good opportunity for Hard Rock to pull back the equalizer here this evening.
Well, let's see what is going to happen. It's in a critical spot, more of an acute angle. You have to probably, as I said, the goalkeeper is a tall goalkeeper. From that distance, you hardly think he would see any space. You got to have a powerful booter, someone with good legs. Powerful ties.
But if you notice, the Hurricane team in the first half, they was really running at the defense. Here it is in the second half. You're not seeing much of that here in the second half. And look to me, Smith and Mark being a ball chip with the
that's a beauty.
That's a class,
beauty.
That is a class.
Beauty.
That ball go on the wall here. That is really executed here for a free kick here. That looked to me number 20, Selwyn.
So that's Chad Mark.
Yeah, the captain here.
Beauty of a kick. He saw the space. The space was there, way to the left side. So you see, it's not covered, and the goalkeeper had no answer to it because he moved late also. Beautiful kick indeed.
Well, tell you what, Selwyn, what a comeback here by Hard Rock here. Come back into the second half, down by 2 goals, and able to pull back here, 4 goals apiece here. Good football here by Hard Rock. At the moment, ball cheap forward there, and just a little goalkeeper come off his line here. That's Delon Charles, and make a good save. And Selwyn, good football here by Hard Rock. That goal speaks a lot here this evening. Good, well executed free kick. Good skills here by, look to me, the ball play inside here, and for a moment here, ball play inside here, and that would have really hurt.
That's more
Philip here, and that looked at, taking that play on the far side there, Selwyn on the right hand side there, play the ball inside here, and for a moment you really thought that ball would really have a play in the middle there to put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, Hard Rock has gotten another goal that would motivate them to move forward.
That would give them some boost here.
Remember, they gotta get 3 clear.
Goals. Ball chip forward here by Malman, and danger advantage here by the defender for Hurricane. Ball going to touch. Grant going to take the throw for Hard Rock, and they're looking much better in the second half here. Che played to find that looked at me Charles. Ball played to Nelson to Charles. Ball chip forward here, looking to find good football. He good defending here. Danger averted here by Hurricane. Go want to pass it by Smith. A little bit too soft here, but the win back position here. Ball chip forward, looking for Smith. We can run good run here. With the player ball inside, and infringement there against Smith. Look at me, handball. Good football here by Hard Rock Selwyn. And they're looking at much better teams in terms of the run, as you were speaking about the combination here. Especially Smith has to be that one of the wire to create some problem here for Hurricane, and that in itself creating some problem for them. Danger averted here, and still Smith in position, but Hurricane win back position, and you can see Hurricane not in terms of the passes here in the second half, looking a little bit scrappy. Lovely turn, good lovely turn here by Smith. Selwyn, good football here by Hard Rock. You see, if you look at the passes and the turns now, we're a lot better in terms of the runs of the ball. Touch on here. Look at the fine Chad Mark ball, play back inside. We'll take a shot. Lovely skills ball, and just on top of the crossbar.
Now you notice Chad Mark is coming forward.
Ever so present.
This is where I know him. He should be forward all the time to give these 3 players the support they need.
And that was creating the problem for the defense for Hurricane. At the moment, they're looking at a much better team than the first half here this evening. At the moment, Grant in position, play to find Che in position just inside the half here. 4 goals apiece here at the QRN James National Stadium. GFA Club Championship semi-final here, second round, and Hurricane here have a really good first half here. Good skills here by Alexander. Strong tackle against number 19. That looked to me Richardson.
Yes, he's going to be carded.
And definitely getting a yellow card here, Selwyn. But so far, Selwyn, looking at the second half here, definitely Hard Rock look a much better team here in terms of the runs, the passes. A little more aggressive up front, and
a little more purpose in the football.
That's what you need, energy more. And I just saw when you score a goal, it's like you turn on something, and definitely that speaks well for them here. Look to me, Alexander being that one here.
Rohan
George. Look at me, George. Ball play forward here, and good skills here. That could be good defending here. Danger averted here. Long ball, long field. Look at the final player up front here. Look to me. Is it Charles? Intercepted here by Hurricane in position still just inside Alexander with the ball. Play to find Philip. Philip send that diagonal ball. That could be dangerous, but good save here by Wildman. Coming off his line here easily, and for a moment, and Chima to find Chad in position. A toss for the ball just around the middle of the field, and Alexander making a lovely pass. They're looking to find Philip here, and you can see Ron Alexander, Selwyn, and Philip has somewhat
a good understanding.
Yes, and with number 7 that went off, that's Linoy Augustine, and that in itself really put some pressure on the Hard Rock team here this evening. But excellent comeback here by the Hard Rock team here. 4 goals apiece here, Selwyn. So far, a lot of credit to Hard Rock here this evening in terms of coming back here.
Yeah, they come back quite nicely because they have been coming back throughout the game session. Hurricane usually go to the front, and they would usually come back substitution.
What do you think worked well for them here in the second half here, the Hard Rock team?
the second half they just got to show a little bit more purpose, because what you noticing is that Hurricanes could be getting pretty weary, and as the afternoon goes down, they're probably not fit. They're not fit enough to run the 90. You know what it was like. Some of the clubs weren't training because of the COVID situation, but you have the younger blood now.
Energy.
Yes, having to get that late burst of energy and try to capitalize. As a matter of fact, they've been kicking the goal pretty nicely.
Anyway, lovely take down there by Philip here, making a run. You have content with on the far side here. Good defending here. Still is Hard Rock in possession now. Going to make a one to pass here, and that look to me is number 14. Brave Boy here. And Brave Boy is a very stout player. He don't give up. Despite his size in terms of height, he's a very fit player. And this is what the kind of football you love. You call it. I like to hear you say tough football.
Exactly.
4 goals a piece here. A good football here, and ball chip in the touch there, and it's gonna be a chore for Hurricane.
Some of the coaches say football is definitely not a bedroom game.
But you look at Hurricane compared to the first half, so when you wonder if they were really playing the kind of football that they played in the first half here, and that's what it was in the first round. That's the same thing that they did here, and they're seeing the same thing happening here this evening again. At the moment, Hurricane ball tipping the touch there, and it's going to be a corner by my looking here, and we're looking to be maybe injury time there about Selwyn.
Well, anyhow you take it, you would find Hurricane with the advantage.
The advantage.
Yes, on aggregate, and it was pretty tough that Hard Rock tried pretty well to come back. Probably they have not been reading the game quite well. Looking from the start of the game, they should have had a strategy to contain themselves to avoid these early goals, right? But it didn't happen that way, and they have this late burst. It means that you have to get at least 2 goals past. The third goal is a decider. Probably you would go into extra 30 minutes, but it could happen based on how they are performing now.
Yes,
it can happen.
Philip with a corner here, a little bit of hat here. We have Ron Charles here on the far side, looking to find Brave Boy. Lovely pass here, looking to find a player making a run here. Just a little bit of hat there, and for a moment there, the goalkeeper, that's Dylan Charles, coming off his line here and looking to just play for time here, Selwyn. But good football here by Hard Rock.
It was pretty risky coming off his line there. Pretty risky.
If the player is able to hold on to that ball, that would have put him a lot of problem. Ball chip forward here by the defender for Hurricane, that's Ganes. Danger averted here by Hard Rock inside Hurricane half. Ever so present here is Ron Alexander. Good defending here by Charles. Just a fine Mark. Mark played to find that's smart. Charles, good football here. Danger averted here again by the Ganes. Still Hard Rock not giving up here. Ball chip there, shot coming there. Oh! And for a moment, that's a sniper. Selwyn here, you call it a snapshot. That had the goalkeeper in a lot of problem here.
Apparently, Charles was sleeping.
But good save by him.
It woke him.
That really wake him up here. That ball really was deep in here, and the ball, able to touch it over the crossbar. Gonna be a corner. Good football here by Hard Rock.
Exactly what I was saying. The strikers are kicking the ball, and that is what you need. You need to test the goalkeeper.
He look a much better player in the second half here this evening. The captain here, Chad
because he has come forward.
And that makes a big difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, in the game here this evening. Danger averted here by Hurricane. Ball sent up long. That ball will be able to beat them to the touchline to the far right hand side of the field. Going to be a throw for Hard Rock.
You see, Chad is the father figure, giving the support. And this is exactly what the younger players needed. And they got it, and they're making use of it. I like the fact that they reach into the 18 yards.
What you see from here this evening, do they look good? They look a good team in the making.
Yeah. They just need to trade some more and get to understand the game some more. The purpose of the game, the purpose of football is there. Oh, this is a hard tackle coming
Very
in.
strong tackle there, and that looked to me, is it number 16 here? That looked to me in Ganes. And so I think it's a good time for the sponsors here, if we can just able to just do justice to them here this evening, Glenelg and a couple of sponsors here this evening.
Yeah, we are powered by Glenelg Spring Water, the official water for the GFA Club Championship. Taste the purity within. Grenada Cooperative Bank, Grenada's homegrown bank, there for people all the time. Bryden and Miners, distributors for Root Boy, the new vitalizing beverage making waves across the Caribbean. Republic Bank, you need a loan? They will make it happen with a Make It Happen loan. Flow Grenada, the live stream brought to you by Flow Grenada.
Certainly we want to thank all the sponsors here on board here this evening, making it happen in terms of the sponsorship for the Club Championship football here. Good football here by Hard Rock Ball. Going to touch, going to be a goal kick for Hurricane. Leading ball of field. Danger averted here by Mark. And I just said, Selwyn, you see that Chad Mack make a lot of difference in terms
Obviously.
of, advancing a lot more. At the moment, they're giving some real problem. The runs of the ball, the touches look a lot better here. And you can see they look a much different team here. And 4 goals apiece here. And so far, they only have themselves to blame in terms of the aggregate here this evening, Selwyn. Because I think if they were able to play that type of football in the first half, it would be a much different football here this evening at the Kiranite National Stadium.
Well, they should have looked at their competition so early you know exactly what you needed to do, because anything you do in football, it's only one thing: goals win matches.
And I'll speak for itself. Second round concert tomorrow. You have Saab coming up against Fontenoy. I know that Fontenoy, in terms of the past history, is not an easy team. One of the things I like about them, they fight right to the end. That's Fontenoy, and that in itself, they come back and beat Saab 4 goals to 3. So that's going to be a cracker tomorrow, because Saab going to be definitely coming to able to see if they can able to make it in the final here. At the moment, Hurricane with a goal kick just inside, and that looked to me ball go to the touchline here on the far side. It's going to be a throw for Hard Rock, and Grant looked to me taking that ball here with the Rasta hairstyle. And good evening to you wherever you are, and to all the viewers, Selby, and I trust that the people in St. Max viewing that game here this evening will really feel proud of Hurricane. And not taking anything away from Hard Rock, but a lot of comeback here by Hard Rock. I think the people in River Sally and St. Patrick's as well can feel proud in terms of the performance here this evening.
Well, Hard Rock is always a team that threatens. You remember Hard Rock with a number of the professional players who went out to Trinidad and Tobago, at Cade Wellington, Nico, and they brought back that kind of standard experience in football. Football needs to be played at a certain standard. Yes, especially when you have teams in the Premier Division. You need to see that kind of football. You look at the skill of the players, you look at their condition, how stout they are, how they shield the ball. Exactly, you could see definitely what they put into training is being put on the field of play.
But I tell you what, you didn't see not much experience like the Cade Wellington and the Nico.
Well, I know this Cade isn't there, Rio isn't there, Nico isn't there. And that would tell you the level of play. Nonetheless, you can't take anything away from them. There's a burst of youth energy, and they did well to come back. I guess as much that they had a much better game than the first leg game, and they should be proud of themselves nonetheless, right? Hard Rock is always a team up there threatening. They play football at a standard, they practice at a standard, they have the kind of support from management, and it is just a matter of going forward. There are basics in football. You got to train hard, you got to play hard, and finally only one thing wins the game. Goals win matches, right? And you see it this afternoon. they showed more purpose in the second half to get by. As a matter of fact, you could watch Hurricanes, you could realize that they lacked that kind of conditioning. And if these guys had that burst of energy, if Chad Mark had come forward a little more to give them the kind of support and motivation to encourage them to fight, it could have been a different ball game. But indeed, they did play well in the second half to come back. If they had that kind of oomph in the first half, it could have posed a lot of problems for Hurricanes nonetheless. But Hurricanes is a very dominant club team from St. Mark. St. Mark hold them in high esteem for the football that they play. You could select the players and you could realize that they do a lot of work, they do a lot of running, but to hold out, it is pretty difficult. They're pretty physical in the game, and that is what the game is about. As I said earlier, it is not a bedroom game. So here they prevail on aggregate, and they will be going through to the final. Tomorrow you would know who would be going through to the final. Whoever goes through to the final, it would be a fighting final. It wouldn't be a walkover.
No, it would not.
Right? And when you look at Saab, you look at Fontenoy United, they've been up there into the fray in the standard football. Fontenoy just happened that they went down into the conference. But they are good teams. And to be a good team is one thing you have to do. You have to learn to get your players to train and train hard. Some of them who are specialists who work on their individual skill. And everything is going to be nice, especially when you could find a group of players to gel. When you could find a group of players to gel, everything is easy sailing.
I tell you what, Sullivan, looking at Moran Phillip, he stands out for me this evening, as well as Leroy Augustine, and Ron Alexander. These three players for Hurricane, if if any team that they come up against cannot close them down,
well,
they have a lot of work to do.
In truth and in fact, you are announcing the engine room of Hurricane. The Moran Phillip is the engine room. I hardly see him on the Grenada national team. Right? He has the caliber to run within any Caribbean professional footballer. Right? And I think that he needs to get more into the act. And let us see. I'm not too sure whether his playing time or you're looking at his age, but he has the skill.
He has the talent.
Right, and it makes up for that. He's a thoughtful player. If you notice now, he's executing a serious dead ball.
Deadly.
Right, and that pays off. If you are not the agile goalkeeper to know what is happening, you will always get caught with the his attacking team going forward in the defense. Right,
from the flanks,
Yes.
And in Hard Rock, they good Che Mark. As you speak about him here, he come forward and he able to. The dimension of the game has really changed around.
Yeah,
Smith, lovely player with the ball, and they look really good here and come back.
Smith has a lot of years ahead of him. What he see him doing there is the basic. Making sure when he's dribbling that ball within his possession. And anything comes around, he knows how to shield. He knows his territory. He knows his environment. He runs his environment. He's pretty aware of what is around him. And he plays his football with that kind of common sense, so to speak. The thing about it, he is not getting the support because Smith should be used as a 1-2. You might be surprised to know if Smith is playing as a central striker. It make a whole lot of difference because he can kick. That is what is important. We've seen some classic goals this afternoon.
Really class.
This is where we come to the end of the game here. That's the first game in the second leg. There's going to be another game tomorrow, and this game. And what we can tell you is that Hurricanes is going through to the 2 goals clear. The first game they won 3-1, and today the game was drawn 4-all. So they go through on aggregate 2 goals clear. Tomorrow there's going to be another game, Fontenoy United versus Saab. That last game that they played ended in favor of Fontenoy United 4-3. So just a 1-goal clear head. And we're in for some excitement tomorrow. That is as much that we can tell you. You are in for some excitement tomorrow. Just to let you know that the GFA Club Championship was brought to you in association with Glenelg Spring Water, the official water of the GFA Club Championship. Taste the purity within. Grenada Cooperative Bank, Grenada's homegrown bank, there for the people all the time. Brighton and Miners, distributors of Root Boy, the new vitalizing beverage, making waves across the Caribbean. Republic Bank, if you need a loan, they will make it happen with a Make It Happen loan. Flow Grenada, the live stream brought to you in association with Flow Grenada. Add your mobile phone to your home bundle and save 30% on your bill. Visit a Flow office today or call 444-444-3596. Looking at the common activities of the Grenada Football Association, they have that club development workshop with the aim of improving the efficiency of clubs. Sandals on, that's the National Under 15 tournament, and that will be back in September. And GFA says stay tuned to it and look at the GFA's media channels to tell you more or give you more info on this Sandals National Under 15 competition that has been making waves since its inaugural year. And the Pure Grenada Cup, that is also going to be back. This is one step to semi-professionalism. That Pure Grenada Cup, which is played within the parish, is at the parish level. And remember that Grenada is drawn into Group A of the preliminaries, for the preliminaries to the World Cup in Qatar 2022. And the first game is going to be an away game in El Salvador on the 8th of October. So you got to stand behind the Spice Boys. They need all your support. And remember the Gold Cup. Gold Cup is 2021, which runs from July to August. And Grenada, remember Grenada have qualified. We have a bundle of the players there to get busy, and it is expected that training for this World Cup preliminaries can begin anytime. So this is where we round up the football for this afternoon. I remember we are here at the Kirani James International Athletic and Football Stadium. We will be back with you tomorrow. Remember the score in the game here: Hurricanes versus Hard Rock, the second leg semi-final of the GFA Club Championship for all. And Hurricanes go through with a better goal aggregate for 3-1 from the first game. Tomorrow's game, Fontenoy United versus Saab Spartans. And we will be back with you here to bring you coverage courtesy our very dedicated sponsors. So until such time, it's back to Master Control.
Came back from being on top and then going. Gavin, tough luck outside.
In the back in terms of the defense, and so we end up drawing the game. But all in all, I think that you could see youngsters, majority of them from the under 17, the under 19. Is a team that we really looking to build, and I must say that a lot of them played national under 17 and national under 19, under 20 football. So I think we in the right direction. Tough luck. I mean, Hurricane is a team that we know is one of the top team in the island, and to have these youngsters and them coming and coming back from 3-1 to equal the game for us, I think they did excellent. But I mean, I must say congratulations to Hurricane. They play the better football and they deserve to be in the final.
You guys are not next time. So what's next for Hard Rock coming out of the club championship now? Well,
basically we will go back and build. As you see, it's a pretty young team. We will keep gelling that team together, and you're going to see them in the future. I mean, those young guys would be Hard Rock for the future. I mean, as you know, majority of the older players is getting out, and I must say that to have a couple senior players like Chemak and them to teach the younger players the ropes until they depart from the game. I think it's an excellent rebuilding for Hard Rock.
Okay, thank you very much, Gavin, and all the best in the future.
Thank you.
Just one second, the captain. Just the captain. Chatter, hard luck outside there. You guys played a wonderful game. I know you guys came out here to win today, but Hurricanes got the better of you all. Tell us, what was the feeling like outside there?
It was unfortunate for the first half in the game, but in the second half we managed to come back and pull out a draw. So I was pleased with the performance at the end. So yeah, that's a job well done for us.
Yes, you had a coach saying that they're a pretty young team. I know yourself, you're on the national team as well. How do you see yourself dealing up with this younger set of players and going forward as a team?
Well, basically my aim with the youngsters is just to be around to motivate them, encourage them, and to always do their best in the end, you know? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Chad, and all the best.
Yeah, thank you.
No. Andrew Monroe, brother, congratulations. Great victory outside. It's not a full way a draw, you pull it off, and you guys are going on to the final now on the 29th. Tell us the mood outside there for you and your team.
Well, the spirit is high, the mood is good. Hard work always a hard team to beat. They played well. It's always a competition between Hurricane and hard work. And it's good to see that these both teams always come out right and play good football. And the little people who are around, they enjoy always when Hurricane and hard work is playing.
Tomorrow is in the second semi-final between Fontenoy and Saab. If you as a coach, which team would you prefer to play come the final?
Whoso we make up.
Okay, congratulations once again and all the best in the final.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So no. It's hot. It's really hot. So, congratulations. You guys brought a great victory today. You guys have to come back to beat Hard Rock in this game. Tell us about it.
Well, it was a great experience, you know. Scoring at first and Hard Rock coming back and equalizing the game. It was a great experience out there.
Okay, so you guys have either Fontenoy or Saab coming up. I just want to ask your coach, tell me, who do you prefer coming up in the final?
Well, I can't really say, but may the better team win. So, whoever we meet, we're looking to destroy them.
Okay, thank you very much and all the best in the final.
Thank you.
Okay, so there we have it, guys. Hurricanes moving on to the final in the GFA Club Championship. Tomorrow, please God, we'll see Saab coming up against Fontenoy. That game starts at 4 p.m. Hope you guys can tune in and enjoy the game with us. Thank you very much for viewing.